Wonderful good day, ladies and gentlemen. Precious Metal Summit 2015 in Zurich, and we are moving on with Gold Standard Ventures and Luke Norman, who is actually one of the founders of the company and the head of corporate development. Luke, thanks for taking the time.
Thank you for inviting me.
Gold Standard Ventures, give us a short overview. What's the company doing?
Certainly. The company was founded in 2010 over an asset on the Carlin trend in Nevada. We were very fortunate to acquire it back then from private ownership. We've since gone from about a $15 million market cap to a high in 2012 of $220 million. We now have about an $85 million market cap. And again, that's based on our core asset, which is the railroad project on the Carlin trend in Nevada.
Great. So let's dive into it. What is the status of the project today? What have you done 2015?
Well, counter to how the market's reacted over the past 2 years, we've seen obviously very, very difficult times for investors in this space. We've managed to build and grow our asset base significantly. We've now advanced an oxide gold deposit within our project called the Pinion Gold Deposit. We also have the North Bullion Gold Deposit, which was a discovery made in 2012, which led to our New York Stock Exchange listing and our $200 million market cap. So the asset's gotten bigger. The company has gotten, I think, a lot more valuable, relative, of course. And our share price is not reflective of that. So it's an exciting time for us. We had OceanaGold, who's an Australian mining company, recently invest $17 million into the company via private placement to buy 14.9% of our company. We also have Albert Friedberg of FCMI, owns 19.9% of the company. He's a multi-billionaire out of Canada. So we have a lot of very significant investors approving of what we're doing, and it's really starting to show in the business growth.
Great. And what's management share?
Management owns about between 15 and 20%.
Oh, still. Wow, that's a lot.
Yep. We continue to actually be there and support. And I personally was buying stock over the past months because I think we're a very good value opportunity right now.
Fantastic. So that sounds to me like 40 to 45% are in very good hands, right?
Yeah, there's another 15% that was bought by a group led by Ivan Bebek, who had recently sold his company, Caden Resources, to Agnico Eagle. They bought about 15% of the company so far in the open market. And Agnico Eagle actually is a shareholder of the company as well. So when you start to look at the larger shareholder groups, we're really well positioned to not have to be forced into any unwanted takeovers.
Yeah, that's very important.
Yes.
Fantastic. But also I think this is backing you financially wise for the future, because when you have shareholders with deep pockets, it's always much easier to fulfill the work program.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah, and Albert Friedberg was there in February of this year. He gave us additional capital before Oceana did, and at higher prices than we are trading today, and then they're still very comfortable and big supporters. So Oceana, with the Oceana money included, we have about $17 million in treasury right now, so more than enough to get us through the next 3 years or so of our
3 years.
Yes.
Wow, that's important. Super. Let's not talk about 3 years, let's talk about 2016.
Certainly.
What do you want to achieve?
Well, 2015, we achieved what we wanted to do, which was to come with a maiden resource at Pinion and to start to de-risk. Combined, Pinion is 1 million ounces of inferred, around 400,000 of measured and indicated, and then another 400,000 ounces approximately at Dark Star, which is a satellite of Pinion. So we're coming close to about 2 million ounces through all categories down in Pinion, and we think it's going to grow significantly from there. What we are doing, though, now is de-risking the asset further, showing that the metallurgy works, showing the depth and potential strip of it. We want to move this towards PEA. We think we have a wonderful cash generation opportunity there, and we can look next door to Newmont's Emigrant Mine for an exact or very similar example of what that would reflect.
Yeah, it's like a blue pause.
Yeah, exactly. It's let's just say that Emigrant is one of Newmont's. Well, it is Newmont's lowest cost open pit in Nevada, and very similar to Pinion. So that again gives us great comfort.
Fantastic, cool. So then let's come to 2016, then 2017.
Yes.
But for let's say for the timing for the time framing? When do you aim to be in production?
Well,
Depending on the process, permitting and everything.
Exactly. So a lot of the work we're doing right now goes towards that permitting process. So there are certain permits that are underway. We did a very large permit back in 2012, which was our plan of operation, which covered a lot of the environmental and archaeological aspects. So really what we need to do is get through the PEA, which is, prove to ourselves and to the market that the economic potential of Pinion is just as we suspect it to be, which is very robust. So we're doing that through metallurgical work, through ongoing drilling. So through 2016, I would look to see, if I was an investor in our company, look to see renewed resource reports with obviously would hope a higher resource. Yep. Ongoing metallurgical work, which will further de-risk the asset. And then ultimately through PEA, a production decision. Now, the way we see it, this is not your typical high cost, okay, here's a $80 million market cap that wants to spend $500 million developing an asset. Not at all. It's one of those very low cost type situations. If we go run a mine heap leach where, $50, $60 million would put a mine in production on the Carlin trend. I think that's pretty exciting.
Yeah, especially with your shareholders in the back.
Exactly.
I mean, they can do it by themselves.
They can, exactly. Yes.
Great.
Very
Luke,
fortunate.
That sounds sensational. Thank you very much for the update.
Yeah, thank you.
And we look forward to see some of the work progress then in 2016, and hopefully you go in production then.
Yeah, we're really looking forward to keeping everybody in the German investment community as well as globally up to speed with what we're doing. And it's exciting times for us.
Great. Thank you very much.
Great. Thank you.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it was Luke Norman from Gold Standard Ventures. And yeah, you heard it, a sensational shareholder base with very deep pockets. I think this is something which is really, not only crucial, but the point is really positive in this environment for gold and silver. And it looks like they're going to make it. They have $17 million in the bank. They can fulfill their programs, their work program. They want to do the new PEA and also to bring again up the resource base. They're in Nevada, so there's almost no country risk, no political risk. And we look forward to date you up on the company. Check it out. Thanks and bye-bye from Zurich.